Hi, and welcome back to the GLP-1 Girl Code podcast. This is season 2 of Beyond the Scale, and I want to start this season in a really honest place. If I'm being real, 2025 didn't go the way I planned at all. I thought for sure I was going to hit my goal weights. I thought I was going to be in maintenance by the end of 2025. And that's just not what happened. And when I look at the scale right now, I am almost at the exact same weight that I was at the start of 2025. And for a long time, I would have just told myself that that meant failure, that I wasted an entire year and that I did not hit any of the goals that I had set for myself and that I did something wrong. But that's just not the case. It's not the truth. 2025 was not about the scale. It was about staying in it when the scale wasn't moving. It was about making choices and decisions that maybe weren't the best for me. It was about starting to choose to eat healthier and move my body more. It was about making mistakes and not giving up. And it was really about learning patience and learning how to trust my body and realizing that progress does not always show up just on the scale. So today's episode is what happens when the scale doesn't tell the full story and why that doesn't mean that the year didn't matter. If you're coming into 2026 feeling behind, disappointed, or unsure of what to do next, this conversation is for you. So let's talk about it. Hi, I am Nick, and I've been on a GLP-1 for over 2.5 years. In 2026, I will hit my 3-year anniversary on a GLP-1, and I am still not at my goal weight. I started my GLP-1 journey at 258 pounds, and today I'm weighing in at 187. At the beginning of 2025, I was 187 pounds. The entire year, I have gone up and down and all over the place when it comes to the scale. And I'm starting 2026 at the exact same weight that I started 2025. And I would be lying to you if I told you that I'm not disappointed. I am absolutely disappointed. I started 2025 off with goals and expectations, and I fully expected to be at my goal weight by the end of 2025 and living in maintenance, especially because I saw so many other women who were doing it. They started with me, they started after me, and they were getting to their goal weight and they're living in maintenance right now. And I fully expected for my story to follow that same storyline, and it just didn't. And here I am, starting 2026 at the exact same number that I started 2025. But here's the difference, right? I started each year off with this huge goal before starting a GLP-1 to lose weight and to change everything about my lifestyle, and I failed every single time. And even though I started 2025 off with these goals and these expectations, and when the scale did not show progress, instead of quitting, instead of throwing in the towel, I kept going. There was not one time during this year where I gave up or said that I was done. I was always moving forward and progressing no matter what. And I think that is the real win here, even when the scale wasn't showing progress. I also made a pretty big and drastic decision during this year that really threw my journey for a curve, and we'll talk about that. But I really did think that I would be entering 2026 in a completely new body and in maintenance at my goal weight, and that just did not happen. And it's a little bit disappointing, and it's very hard to not just say that 2025 was a wasted year. I get it. If you are in the same boat with me, I get it, but it was not a wasted year. We didn't quit. We kept going, and it's 2026 and we are still here and we are still showing up. We didn't disappear. We did not disappear. We did not spiral. I mean, sometimes maybe a little bit, but we did not spiral so far to where we just gave up completely. And I tried something that I really wanted to try, and my brain was not going to let me stop wanting to try it until I did it. And I did it, and it was a waste of time. But I learned my lesson and I came back stronger and I kept pushing forward anyways. And I think one of the biggest wins of the year is that I learned how to maintain a 70-pound weight loss. I learned that I can keep my body at the same weight. I can maintain my weight loss because I didn't gain weight. The only time I gained weight was when I went off of a GLP-1, and I learned that if I do go off of a GLP-1, I am likely to gain the weight back. I'm not at a point where I could go off of a GLP-1 and maintain my weight. And I don't know if I ever will be, but that's something that we're not worried about right now because I plan to stay on a GLP-1 for the foreseeable future. Let's talk about how 2025 went. I started the year off super strong. I was on tirzepatide. I was 187 pounds. I had very high goals and expectations, and I actually was losing weight at a pretty consistent speed. I went from 187 down to about 177. So, I mean, 10-pound loss for me is a big deal because I am a slow responder. So from January until July, those 7 months, I did end up losing 10 pounds. Again, super slow loss, very low dose. And at that point, I decided that I wanted to try GLP-1 drops. I signed up with a company, started doing the drops, and I gained 20 pounds throughout the journey trying tirzepatide drops. They did not work for me whatsoever, and it was a reality that I had to go through and learn because in my mind I had to try it, and I did. I tried them and it was a massive failure. So that was 6 weeks of my journey this year, gaining 20 pounds, going on a cruise, and then once I came back from the cruise in October, that's when I went back on tirzepatide and I started losing weight again. I got back up to 201 pounds using GLP-1 drops. So going from 187 down to 177 and then back up to 201 pounds. And then in October, the end of October, I went back to tirzepatide and on low dose have gotten my weight back down to 187 pounds. So essentially I gained 20 pounds and lost the same 20 pounds during 2025. It was a lesson I needed to learn. It was a decision I needed to make, and a decision that I will quite frankly say that I regret completely. 100% I regret it. And I will never do that again. I will be on either tirzepatide or semaglutide for the foreseeable future, but we're still here. And we're still moving into 2026. And in 2026, we are not going in with extreme goals. In 2026, I am making small goals that are going to get me to my goal weight. And the way that I'm making goals in 2026 is I am essentially manifesting goals that I will hit by the end of the year. So by the end of the year, I want to be someone who works out 5 days per week. Right now, I'm working out about 3 days per week. Throughout the year, I want to get that raised to 5 days per week, whether that's in the gym or not at the gym. But that's how I want to end 2026. Again, these are non-scale victories. This is beyond the scale, this entire podcast series. So non-scale things are things like adding in exercise. I also want to be eating out less, no more fast food. The only time I should be eating out is for emergencies, celebrations, or because I'm out and about and I have nothing else to eat. I want to plan more meals at home, and I want to make sure that I'm learning how to make healthy options that are super easy and fast. It has to be fast and it has to be easy. But that is a huge goal beyond the scale moving into 2026. Another big non-scale goal that I have for 2026 is to fit into a size 8 jeans. That's highly dependent on my body transforming, and that could actually not even be my goal weight. Size 8 may not even be my goal weight, but that is my goal for 2026, is to get into a size 8 jean. We're making these goals that have nothing to do with the scale, and we can actually see them and we can control them a lot better than this stupid number on the scale, because that number is going to drive us absolutely crazy. So in 2026, we are continuing our journey. We are not like overcorrecting or saying that what we did last year was wrong. I am just going to continue my journey and get closer and closer to my goal weight by doing these things that are going to get me there, that are in my control, that will hopefully just tip the scale into my favor. I think that the most important thing when it comes to losing weight is understanding that this is going to be a lifelong thing. You are not going to just get to your goal weight and then everything is going to just go into place. It's not this like perfect puzzle where all the pieces are going to snap into place and you're going to live this happily ever after life. I think that I'm going to have to consistently and constantly make sure that I am still doing the things that I need to do in order to keep and maintain a 100 plus weight loss. And this year of 2025 really showed me the things that I can do to maintain that loss. And now in 2026, we are hoping that it's going to be a year of loss, a year of goals, and we're just continuing. We're just going to continue what we've been doing, tweak a few things, and hope that the progress continues. I'm still on this journey, and that's what counts. And if you are still in the same boat as me, if you did not lose weight all of 2025, or you lost a lot less than you planned, that is okay. We are going to just move into this next year together and continue. And if you're wondering if there's a place where you belong, there absolutely is. Get inside the GLP-1 Girl Code. That is my free community for women on GLP-1 medications, and we would love to have you in there. There is a paid version where we do meet every single Saturday in a live Zoom style meeting where everyone gets to talk and everyone gets to share how their week went and plan their goals for the next week. It is a really fun, intimate group of women who are just doing this together, and it's pretty freaking amazing. So if you want in, you know where to go. Also, if you want to get started on a GLP-1, you can get started with Elara. Elara does have a New Year's special going on where you get $20 off a 12-month package or $15 off a 6-month package. So if you've been looking for a sign to start your GLP-1 journey, this is it. Go ahead and check the description and get started as soon as you can, because it is 2026 and we are doing the damn thing. All right. Just remember that you are doing so much better than you think. You've got this. Thank you so much for tuning in to the GLP-1 Girl Code podcast. If you have time to leave a review or a comment, I would greatly appreciate that, because the more reviews and the more stars that this podcast gets, the more likely it will be shown to multiple people who need a GLP-1 podcast like this. I hope you enjoy it, and I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you're watching this on YouTube, like the video as well. All right, bye.